I'm a huge Bill Condon fan, huge, and I am really anticipating something special with Beauty and the Beast. What can you tease people?
Well, I'm a huge fan as well, and to get to work with Bill, not only to get to work with Bill Condon, but also to be able to do Beauty and the Beast with Bill Condon. I couldn't have dreamed that magic cocktail up in my head, and the fact that I got to do it, I got to sing, I got to play one of Disney's most famous bad guys. I can mention Gaston to anybody in the world and they will sing me a line from the song. It's extraordinary. And you know, this is 18 months before we start shooting before the film comes out, and I'm already hearing, I use antlers in all of my decor, and it's like, wow, you know, I eat 4 dozen eggs every morning and all that stuff, and it's extraordinary the impact that animated film had all the way back in 1991 when I was 12. You know, it's part of my life, part of my childhood, and I've got to bring him to life under the amazing detailed attention of Bill, who loved every second of it. Is the happiest man I know and the most pleasant human being I could ever wish to be directed by. He was having the time of his life. We all were. Come on, it's Disney. It was just like everything about this film was a treat to see, to look, to watch, to be on set. It was magical. I just can't believe we have to wait a year and a half before it comes out, but there we go.
I'm curious about when you guys were recording on set. Did you guys were you singing live? Was it all pre-recorded?
We pre-recorded everything, but we also, some of us sang live on set as well during the takes. We were mic'd and they recorded that, and I think afterwards in sound they'll be able to choose whether the live version is better than the pre-recorded version. So yeah, some of us we'll never know, but I felt like I'm a singer, so I've always been used to singing live on stage, doing 8 shows a week for a year or more. So I'm very used to I've never mimed in my life, so I didn't mime. I sang full out every take to my own voice in the background, and so did Josh. You know, Josh and I really loved every minute of it. We're proper theatre lovies, me and Josh.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I mentioned. I'm a huge fan of Josh. I think Josh is great. And what was it like working with him? Because he's a funny guy. Like, how much were you, when you're doing something like that you have to sing and everything's pretty scripted, is there room for improv?
Oh my God, we're talking about Josh Gad here.
Well, that's what I mean, though.
Josh Gad lives for improv. But what's wonderful about Josh Gad, he's a funny man, but he's an incredibly sensitive actor, and at no point was it the Josh Gad show. Josh is so funny, but he's so generous as an actor that he helped me be funny many, many times. He's a very, very generous man, and we were a duo. We wanted, our real job was for us, we want people to love Gaston and LeFou, and we didn't have to try, because I love Josh. He was an absolute dream to work with. He left sadly 2 weeks before I wrapped, and it was not the same. For me, it was just not the same. I missed him terribly because his energy is just contagious. It's just a wonderful person to be around, and I feel like the chemistry that we had together we used to literally giggle till the point of wetting ourselves laughing at points on set. You know, those long nights on set, you know, we laughed and we giggled, and he's just so easy to be around. But it came to our characters. We brought it into our characters. So our dynamic and our timing just came from just who we were as Luke and Josh. It came into Gaston and LeFou very, very easily. So I'm hoping when we see the final cut in 2017, that energy and that dynamic and that chemistry that we felt, and everybody seemed to see it, will be there. So yeah.
My last thing, because you gotta go. I gotta wrap. What I'm also really excited about is there's going to be new music, new songs. What was your reaction hearing those new songs for the first time? Because I know, like me, you're a huge fan of the material.
Yeah. Well, I'm lucky enough to be one of the first people in the world to have heard those 2 songs, which will become songs that children will sing, adults will sing, people in musicals will end up singing them at some point. They'll become audition pieces. They will they will become part of this amazing legacy of a film we already have, a story that is so ingrained in my childhood memory. And these two songs, they're beautiful. They complement everything so well, but they are incredibly unique and different, and the thought and love that has gone into those two songs honor the work of the original so well. And yeah, it'll be a nice thing, especially for the fans, to hear these two new songs on top of the beautiful stuff we already have. It's going to be great.
I know